Alright guys, Team Powerhouse. This is Andres Olarte, AKA Taggergunster. He's on second in command, Team Powerhouse. He does work, good player. We're here to find out a little more about him. So let's start with Shonen Jump. What do you think?
Excited. I'm very excited about Shonen Jump, sir.
You think you're going to do okay?
I certainly hope so. I've been doing a lot better on my playing. I've developed skill, which is super necessary for Shonen Jump, so hopefully I'll go pretty good. I bet I will.
Make that face again for us, the skill.
Skill.
Thank you. Alright, this is about the fourth time I've done this. It keeps messing up, so I'm not going to ask the same questions again. I'm getting tired of it. So like, you're pretty close with everybody on the team, including the team leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think you're on the team just because you have these kind of relationships with these people?
Not at all. If anything, that is the reason. That is how I heard about the team. I think that everyone in the team is in the team because they have some kind of skill, either in the play area or being able to get stuff area.
Or deck building, Mr.
Deck
Jeremy
building,
Trammell.
Jeremy Trammell.
There we go.
Blacksmith of Powerhouse.
So like, anybody who's heard you do like your deck videos, trade videos, we know you really like gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's your thing right now. What do you think sets you apart from all the other gadget players?
The fact that I power play like a mofo. And I've had to learn how not to. I mean, you know, summoning a gadget and trying to search while doing kind of on the field is a bitch, and it gets old fast. And
it means you have to Divine Wrath your own Doom Cow.
I actually had to do that. I had to, you know, play my way out of a misplay, you know, Divine Wrath and Doom Cow just so I could push for game, which I was lucky enough to get.
Alright, what was like your first deck that you built and you really ran with?
The first deck that I built and I had good run with was Chimerical TK in Colombia, South America. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! There. The metagame there is not very big, so I did really good with that deck. Just because I thought it was a smart idea to take decks from America and just start playing in there. And it took me far. It did well. What
was it like to transition from Colombia metagame to America metagame?
It wasn't that different, to be honest with you. It was just a matter of seeing more metagame decks more often, to be honest with you, just because people played in Colombia, they were more laid back about it, and they played just fun, really. Big tournaments weren't big tournaments, you know, they weren't that big a deal, you know. I mean, talking 50 people regions, you know.
Welcome to Battle Spirits, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what's your favorite card, man?
Favorite card? Red Eye Starter Snows, right? Just because I've always been a dragon guy, I've always liked Hopeless, I've always liked, you know, Blue Eyes ODK decks. I've always liked Chimera Tech ODK decks just because it was revolved around Cyber Dragons. And I've always been a dragon follower, you know. If they had Griffins in this game, then I'd probably be fucking mad. So yeah. As
your team leader, Dick rides the Hero Engine, you're gonna fuck Griffins.
Yep.
Team Powerhouse, ladies and gentlemen. You had Hopeless built for like what, a year and a half? Somewhere around there?
Since I first heard about it on the OCG.
You had tried every version of Hopeless that you could afford to try, but you had to scrap it because you were a little short on money at the time. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel really good about that, seeing as how it destroyed, like, locals. I got 2 witnesses right here. Just for the fact that I know how to use cards that can just, you know, do good in certain decks. I pride myself on that. Just throwing a card in and seeing it work makes me really happy, you know. Just because budget is an issue, and you know it's a good thing to always know and always be able to know and have people to help you know how to build a deck, how to, you know, make things work on a budget.
So you're definitely a team player then.
I'm definitely a team player. I love everyone in my team. I admire everyone in my team. For, you know, one level or the other, they're good people. Yeah.
Like, obviously, second in command, you have some responsibilities. Like, if we have, like, a new player, you need to crash them, you know, get them, show them the ropes. But you're still, like, more player-oriented. You've been interested in getting, like, to be an official Konami judge. How would you balance between playing and judging?
As far as judging goes, I love to judge. I love to just, you know, be able to help people know what they're doing and, you know, tell them what's wrong and what's right. And that's something I'm very anal about. It's just, you know, the rules of the game. Balancing that out is just, it's not that hard, you know. I can play at big tournaments just as much as I can, you know, judge at big tournaments, you know. And it's a good backup plan if, you know, life gets too crap for you to be able to play. It's something that you can just, you know, enjoy the game and be able to see it from a completely different perspective.
All right, final question is, like, some people, I've heard it, you've heard it, we've probably all heard it at some point. Some people are like, well, I just don't have time to play the game. You're a fairly busy guy. You know, you have a stressful life. You have a lot of stuff, a lot of responsibilities. How do you balance between your real life and gameplay?
It's not that hard at all. I mean, you always have free time to do something, unless you're working 3 jobs and have another one on the side, and, you know, have 5 kids and things like that. I've seen people have 2 kids. I've seen people have 2 kids and have 2 jobs, and they still manage to find time to go, you know.
And they're on probation?
Yeah, and to go to Jump and to go, you know, to locals and be able to trade, be able to whatever, you know. You can always just, you know, when you come home from work, get on the computer, try to, you know, get some Pojo trades going or Yugi trades going and YouTube or stuff, anything like that, you know. Or you get a weekend off, you go to locals, you know, you can, you know, bring your friends, chill with them. It's just, you know, it's not that hard at all to do. It's not something that gets in the way of anything, you know. It's overrated when people say that it gets in the way of things, you know.
All right, well, appreciate the time. Team Powerhouse, this is Andres Olarte, AKA Taggergunster. Guys, you need to rate, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Check back with us after SJC. We're going to have trade binders. We're going to have mats, monster binders, sleeves, you know, whatever you need, let us know. We'll hook you up.
Yep.
Another thing, we don't send first. We've had a lot of bad luck with Pojo and just other online trading and a little bit of bad luck with the YouTube, but not so much. Like, we would just really appreciate not to send first. If need be, we can find a middleman and send out, like, somebody neither of us know, I guess. I don't know, and hope they don't rip us. At least then it won't be our faults. So just throw that out there. We don't send first. Don't want to. Expensive cards get lost that way.
Just check back for, you know, other player interviews. We're going to have our team up there just representing, and SJC coverage coming up.
Probably every other day we'll have a new video of some sort, just us bullshitting around playing or
games, things like that.
New interviews, you know, stuff like that. We like to get out there. Yeah. So, guys, Team Powerhouse, peace out.